Hello guys and welcome to this video. Today I've got a pair of Seiko 5 Yacht-Master mods to share with you. These things are awesome. They are just gorgeous looking watches, and you may have seen the rose gold version before on my channel, but I had the opportunity to create the silver version here as well. Slight difference between them. Some of you might have already spotted what that is. Obviously aside from the rose gold colors, but I couldn't resist making this quick little video to show them off on YouTube as well. So I won't bore you with the details of this rose gold one. If you've seen that video before, I'll leave the link in the description for a more of a detailed look at this style. But essentially these start off life as Seiko 5 SRPD55 model for the black dial and SRPD76 model for the rose gold. Now the key reason for that is those dials. As you can see on the rose gold one, you've got rose gold markers as well, and the logo and the automatic text is in a rose gold color. And on the right, we've got the standard silver color markers, silver color Seiko logo, and the light color printing. Now, both of these watches started off life as Middle East version Seiko 5, so that's why they've got the Arabic day that can be switched. I get that question a lot. You can switch it between English and Arabic on my watches here. And both of them share the same strap and bezel insert, but that's about as far as we will go. So I'll focus in this video on this blue one, and I might refer to this one as well for a bit of a comparison. But yeah, if you want to see this one in more detail, have a look at that video. So the silver version, I've always wanted to make the pair, you know, solely to see them side by side, see which one I prefer, see which one my Instagram followers prefer at NamokiMODS Dubai. And interestingly, I did the poll actually, and the rose gold still came out on top. However, there was a lot of love shown for the silver as well, and the competition was pretty tight between these two. So of course, these are based on the Rolex Yacht-Master, the precious metal version, where this would be actual rose gold and this one would be platinum, I believe. Gorgeous watches. They're famous for having this sort of embossed bezel in ceramic, and of course the rubber straps or the oyster flex on the Rolex models. So that is where we're going with this build. It is a full homage to that watch, no denying it. I wouldn't call it a Rolex copy because it's still got that Seiko charm. The size, the general shape of the case and everything, the crown at 4 of course, but these are what I would call the ultimate versions of that homage. So looking around this one, we have of course kept the crown. I'll show you the back. The case back is clear underneath as well. I'll show you that. So the only parts we actually change are the hands. I'll zoom in on those nice Mercedes hands. All these parts are available from DLW watches, by the way. So we've got those nice Mercedes hands there, which loom up quite good as well. I will show you the loom shot a bit later on. I also tend to go with a polished chapter ring on these ones because it is a flashy watch, and I love how it sort of matches the bezel and the side of the case as well. So you can see that chapter ring, and also from the front you get a lot of reflection of those markers, so especially at night when they are glowing, that's an even better effect. We've got ceramic Yacht-Master bezel from DLW, bezel insert should I say. That is the best place by far to get these bezels in my opinion. We've got a sub-style bezel here as well, and all that does is kind of widen the watch and make the whole bezel a bit more aggressive compared to the standard Seiko 5 Sport bezel or SKX bezel for that matter. They're exactly the same. These bezels can be a little bit hard to read, especially in low light, but once you get used to it, I think everyone appreciates just how cool it looks, a bit like a blackout mod. In fact, I use the same bezel on that version. Let's have a look at the bezel action on this. You can just about hear the clicks. I deliberately tune these bezels to some extent. I've got so many different gaskets and click springs that I can kind of find the right pair for the right case and bezel to really try and, again, I'm going to struggle here to get it straight because it's, there we go. So I always make it click on the top in the middle. So that's just a personal thing of mine. I'm a sucker for a good bezel action, so I try and maintain it as much as possible. So where were we? Yes, the one difference between these two is the crystal. It is the same crystal, except this one's got blue AR coating. So you'll occasionally see, as you can point, as I'm pointing it to my window there, a little bit of a blue hue, and also around the edge of the crystal, and that crystal is right up against that edge. So it really opens up that dial and sort of shows off that chapter ring as well. Just as a comparison, in case you didn't spot it before, the rose gold one has a clear crystal. So of course you still get reflection off it, but you don't get that blue. I thought the blue would make more sense on the silver version. That's why I went for it. So this one was actually a customer order. This one is still currently available as I'm recording this video, but I bet not for much longer. It's been super popular, very, very, very nice mod idea there. And I've seen these two online a bunch, or in similar configurations. Some people keep the bezels original, some people change the chapter rings, or keep the original chapter ring, or keep the original hands, but I went ahead and just changed everything to try and make it as much of a homage as possible, of course, keeping the crown at 4, because I think that's worth doing on this style. Now, the straps are from DLW. I've actually kept the original Seiko polished and rose gold polished buckles on these. You do get a nice chunky clasp with this, but sometimes it's nice to have one of the original parts there. And underneath, as you can see, it fits right up against those lugs, really hugs the case with those sort of built-in rubber end links. These straps are excellent. They are probably the best straps, rubber straps should I say, you can buy. Now a lot of people look at the Crafter blue straps, which are actually longer and quite a bit thicker. So depends on your wrist size and how you wear your watch, but these tend to be the best reviewed for generally for Seiko, not necessarily for mods, but you can pick these up at $45. Absolutely worth it in my opinion. Really nice and flexible, comfortable, quite light, but yeah, you can tell it's good quality, and I know they've got a good attention to detail at DLW. On the back of the watch, nice polished surface of course, and the exhibition case back with the 4R36 movement. So this part is, there's little change here. One other thing I'll mention is a lot of people ask, how do you fit these straps? Well, I'm just using the standard spring bars that came with the 5KX. Either of them actually. Just use the spring bars from the original watch. You might need to push it in from one side a little bit with a screwdriver as you get it in. It can be a bit fiddly, but once it's in, it's super tight, and of course they don't move at all on those lugs, so that's great. So yeah, there you go guys. I'll show you a quick loom shot of them both together, but let me know what you think. Which one do you prefer? The silver or the original rose gold I did a little while ago? I'm torn. I'm tempted to go rose gold, but as an everyday kind of watch, the silver would probably be my pick as well. Yeah, let me know in the comments while I do the loom shot. So as you can see, don't really need to go anywhere dark to appreciate the loom. The one on the right, I charged up a little bit later than the one on the left, so a few seconds more there. But loom color matches nicely on those hands. The hands are also from DLW watches, so you can build your entire Yacht-Master from their site quite easily. Just need the base watches, so that's the SRPD76 and the SRPD55. This one's a little more expensive, maybe about $50, $60, something like that. A little harder to get the rose gold case and dial and so on, but yeah, I think either of them are well worth the mod. Let me know what you think guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.